Those who can open the camera, please open the camera for taking 2 screenshots, 2 photos. So okay then. Yeah, I'm counting to 3, so please give your best smile. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, I will give it to Paul. WhatsApp chat box. Paul, if someone needs the photo, just send it to her or to him. One more shoot, please. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so I'm about to share my screen to all of you. Just remind me if you can see my file. And while I'm presenting my the topic for today, you can turn off your camera or you can unmute yourself. That's right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, can you see all my screen now about translation theory? That's the title.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes. All right. Yeah, let me make it into slideshow view. The thing that I dislike this Google Meet while I'm presenting my file, I can't see any of your faces, guys. That's the thing that I hate from this application. But this might be a problem as long as you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? I just want to remind
I can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
all.
Yes, sir. We can hear.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So today we are about to study a little bit about the meaning, the definition, and the process of translation. So here, yeah, why do we have to learn about this? Because later on your field, maybe some of you will take mini thesis related to translation, and then you have to put the theories on your theoretical framework. Okay, so in sarjana or an undergraduate thesis, someone or a student has to put or has to write theories related to the title of the paper. So when you take a paper related to translation, so you have to put the theories. Yeah, that's called sarjana, right? Because later on you have to make a paper. Okay, so the first one. Okay, the first page, what is translation? Means that in generally translation consists of transferring the meaning of the source language text into the receptor language text. Remember, translation is a kind of work that someone has to transfer the meaning first. So not the structure, but the meaning. Yeah, what comes into your mind? The meaning is about the idea or the thought of the text. Yeah, because every language has different form comparing to another language, the other languages in the world. So you don't have to transfer the structure of the source text into the target text, because we have to modify the structure into related to the target reader. So the translation must be transferring the meaning, not the structure. Okay, so generally, before we go on to the definitions related to some aspects of translation, so generally translation consists of transferring the meaning of the source language text. So next page will be some theories stated by some experts in translation field. So this is the most common translation expert, Catford. Catford in 1965. He said translation is the replacement of textual material. So we have to differ between interpreting and translation. Because translation, we tend to find documented textual material, not orally. But interpreting is related to the oral material or oral spoken. Yeah. So we have to differ between both these fields. Yeah, between translation and interpreting. All right, so that's from Catford, but Knight and Tabor mentioned not but also because translation is about reproducing. It's the same with what Larson said here. Reproducing, that's the same, but different words. Yeah, translation or translating consists of reproducing in the receptor language to the closest natural equivalent. Yeah, so we have here, we underline three words: closest natural equivalent. Closest mean that the translation result is must have the closest meaning. Okay, for example, if we translate the subject I, it must be translated into aku, saya,
Excuse me, sir.
kamu.
Sir,
Yeah,
have you changed the slides or is it still at the opening?
I've changed it.
Oh,
I've gone to another slides.
oh,
It didn't
I'm
change,
sorry.
sir.
Yeah, it didn't change, sir.
Oh,
It's still at the
s-
beginning.
Sir.
thanks anyway. Okay, how can I?
I think the slide shows.
So the most problem is while I'm using the slideshow.
Yeah, if you use the slideshow, it's not going to work for some reason. It's on Google Meet like that.
Oh, so can you see if I yeah, I if I make like this, I mean I present in not in slideshow. Can you see it clearly? The
Yes, sir.
words?
We
Yes, sir.
can see
Yes,
it
sir.
Yes,
clearly.
sir.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Okay. So just now on your monitor is still in this page.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's,
sir.
it's
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks anyway. Thank you so much for confirming. Okay, so this is generally the translation consists of transferring the meaning. Yeah, as I told you just now, you heard my voice just now, even though the slide didn't work. The translation consists of transferring the meaning. Yeah, not the structure. We have to modify the structure. Okay, I told you just now, Catford mentioned or stated that translation is the replacement of textual material. Okay, we have to compare between interpreting and translation. Because translation is related to documented textual material, but interpreting is related to oral spoken. Yeah, a big difference between both fields. Okay, what about Nadia and Tabor's statement about translation? They mentioned that translation is a reproduction. The translator has to produce, must to reproduce. Yeah. What does it mean reproduce? I mean reproduce the meaning from a text into another text, but in different language. No, in different meaning, the same meaning, but a different language. So that's called reproduce. The production one, the first production is the writing or the document that we have in the source language text. And the reproduction result is the translation. So we have to reproduce. Okay. And then that's from Nida and Tabor. Commonly, you will be I mean you will see all those names if you are in the field of translation: Catford, Larson, Knighton, Tabor, and etc. And the third one is from Brislin in 1976. Brislin said in translation, we have to transfer the thoughts, the ideas. So again, I told you, I'm outlining that the translation must be transferring the thoughts or ideas, not the structure. Okay, so all the experts in the translation field, they have examined that in translation, while someone translates a text, so the translation must be the same meaning. The translator has to transfer the meaning first, and then after transferring the meaning, and then the second one is modifying the structure. The whole definition about translation, it's all about transferring the meaning, the thoughts, the ideas. Yeah, they don't say that we transfer the structure. No, except as etc. In bahasa Indonesia, if we find the phrase gadis cantik, gadis is a noun, and noun is modified by cantik, gadis cantik or gadis yang cantik. But in English, English has different structure. In English, we have to put first the adjective, and then the adjective is followed by a noun. Beautiful girl. But in bahasa Indonesia, it's contrary to in English. Yeah, beautiful girl is translated into gadis yang cantik. So different structure, but the meaning, yes, it meets the meaning. Yeah. Okay. So that's the whole definition of translation generally. So Brislin outlined here that the translation is a transfer of thoughts and ideas. Okay, so how about Newmark? Newmark also the most, most popular in his book. Yeah, that's about translation, meaning in translation. Yeah, because Newmark tend to explained about the meaning in the translation field. So Newmark is most popular in meanings in translation. So in Newmark books, he mentioned that translation is also a replacement. Ya, jadi replace sama dengan reproduce, sama dengan analyze. Ya, sama saja, the same meaning but different word. To replace, to render, to reproduce, to transfer. Yeah, they all the verbs all have the same meaning. Yeah, and Pinhook mentioned also translation is a process of finding a target language equivalent for answered language utterance. Okay, so most abbreviations that we find in translation field is SLT, stands for source language text, TLT, target language text, or TLSL. Yeah, most abbreviations we find, yeah, while we are studying about translation field. So we have to know about this abbreviation: SL, TL. TL means target language, SL source language, and if you find here T means text. Yeah, SLT and TLT. Okay, it's the same. So equivalent for utterance. Utterance is the text. Yeah. All right, we go on to another definition from Equire in 1980. In my opinion, for me, this definition is a complete definition, because Equire tend to put those two definition. I mean, he mentioned the server's meaning, and he mentioned all the structure. Okay, so most the previous translation expert just now only mentioned about transferring, reproducing, etc. But Mikwaya tend to outline, yeah, about the meaning and the structure, as I told you in the first my explanation. Okay, so that's about the meaning of translation, because this is very important to you. So we are now going to translation process. Okay, when we have a work, a job, so we have to take the process. So what is the process in translation? Okay, according to Larson in 1984, what sounds is this? Uh, who is on the microphone now? Thank you. Okay, in translation, we as a translator has to study the lexicon. To study means to find difficult words first, yeah, and then after studying about the whole difficulty words, and then she or he transferred by analyzing it, yeah. Analyzing is analyzing means to transfer, yeah, to write down, to typing, yeah. After typing, after writing, after transferring the thoughts by writing, and then after finishing the writing, and then we tend to reconstruct. As I told you just now, we have to modify the structure, okay, because each language has different structures, yeah. So the first one is studying. Studying means read whole text, yeah. By reading the whole text, you will know in what field the text is. If you find some dialogues in the text, what who talks to whom, yeah, who is the character, and then to whom someone talks to. So that's in studying we have to read, we have to also to find difficult words. After studying, it will be easier for us to transfer the meaning, because we have difficult words, and then we have searched, we have found the translation, the equivalent meaning, and then we type, we write the translation result, the document one. And then after writing, typing, etc., and then we have to reconstruct. To reconstruct means because we have target reader, the readers that should or will read our translation result, we have to reconstruct as natural as we can. Yeah, so that's called translation process. So this is stated by Larson in his book in 1984. And those two experts, Naida and Tabor, also mentioned about translation process. So it is similar to what Larson said just now, but they have different words. In Larson mentioned the first one is studying, but in Naida and Tabor books, they mentioned analysis. And the second one, Larson said just now, the second step is just now we have here discovering the meaning, etc. So this is, I mean, this, yeah, studying, analyzing, reconstructing, 3 steps. But in Naida and Tabor, they mentioned analysis, transferring, restructuring. Yeah, restructuring means reproducing. It's the same. Yeah, transferring, it's the same with analyzing. And analysis, it's the same with studying. Yeah, so they have different words, but the meaning is the same. So there are 3 steps that we have in translation, the process in translation. We have analysis, transferring, restructuring. It's based on Naida and Tabor's book, but in Larson, he has also 3 steps in translation process. The first one is studying, the second is analyzing, and the last one is the constructing. So they have different words but the same meaning. Okay, so this is a Mickey Mouse course, means that it takes only 10-15 minutes to explain. But if you have any question, please ask, and I will stop my screen for now on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to my explanation. Ya, silakan kalau ada pertanyaan, silakan. Oh. Okay. Yeah, in QA session, I invite you to open up the camera, guys. Thank you, Paulus. Nashifa, Rita. You are all guys, please. I want to see your face. This is, I mean, a manner in virtual meeting. Yeah. Okay. While someone presents something, you are not allowed to speak, or you can unmute yourself, and you can turn off the camera. But in QA session, yeah, you are allowed to open up the camera, and of course to speak directly. Silakan. Yeah, that's all about translation, definition, and process. But this is I thought that this is very important in your field, because now on translation is popular, or in some of companies, because they surely need some translators on their companies, because some texts are written in English in Japan, in France. So because you are in English literary, in English study program, so maybe some of you one day will be a translator. So I do hope so. Yeah, you can get many advantages, guys. They pay you much, and you can go around the world. That's all that I can say. Okay. Okay, Carissa and Atarik, your camera doesn't work. That's it. Okay, teman-teman. Okay, but that's fine. I can't see you, but that's fine. Teman-teman, jadi seperti yang saya bilang tadi, di setiap nanti penulisan karya ilmiah, someone has to put the theories. So ini sangat penting untuk kalian, karena meskipun nanti teorinya mudah didapatkan, but kalian nanti harus paham how you recite the theories. Bagaimana mensitasi sebuah kalimat, atau kalau kamu mensitasi beberapa kalimat, bagaimana cara menuliskannya. Nanti kamu belajar di methods, ya. Bagaimana cara merujuk, ya, mensitasi atau mengambil pemikiran orang menjadi dimasukkan ke dalam tulisan kita. Ada hukumnya gitu. Jadi nggak ngasal ambil gitu, ya. Okay. Dan yang kedua, saya harus katakan ini karena memang kalian pasti nanti akan menelitikan. Jadi apapun, kalau misalkan kalian belajar teori, jangan merasa langsung aduh bosan gitu. No, because while you take sarjana or bachelor degree, ya indeed, ya pasti kamu nanti ya menemukan namanya reading journals, ya. Apalagi dosen-dosen kamu sudah banyak yang doktor, ya, mereka tend to ask the student to read journals gitu ya. Nanti di dalam membaca journals atau papers itu kamu nanti belajar seperti ini ya referensi ya, seperti ini ya membuat tulisannya gitu. As time goes by, kamu harus memang memahami itu dari sekarang. Karena nanti kalau di semester 5 kamu baru diajarin cara membuat paper, nanti itulah yang membuat kamu itu lazy or bukan lazy but shock gitu ya. Kaget, saya gimana ya cara membuat paper ya? Gimana ya? Nah, so I'm telling you from this semester because you have 3 semesters to go, masih ada 3 semester lagi. Jadi mulai sekarang kamu sudah harus tahu namanya jurnal seperti ini. Namanya paper seperti ini. Jadi kalau nanti kamu diundang untuk ikut call for paper oleh dosen, ikut saja gitu. Biar kamu tahu kalau nanti para dosen itu presentasi oral di seminar itu seperti ini ya gitu. Ya. Jadi ya memang itu tugas kami. Kami each semester at least one paper must be presented in any international or national webinar. Webinar means that this is still pandemic, so we call it webinar. But reality after pandemic, we will go to back to offline, so we call it seminar, not webinar. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm very happy to have you 24 students today. So this is my second class in Gunadarma today after 2 SA06. Okay, as I told you just now, if you have any question, please ask, or you can write down in the chat bar. No one? Maybe this is because this is still the first meeting or the first discussion for this study. And later on, if you have any question, please, we don't have any WhatsApp group like 2SA06, but that's fine. I will share the information via Paul, the chief of the class. But if you have a group, you can invite me so that I can be easier to share any information related to my subject. But if you don't, it's fine because I have Paul's contact numbers, so I can text Paul. I use a very exhausting today, guys. Capek ya. Okay, if you have any question, you can deliver your question via Paul, and Paul will deliver to me. Thank you so much anyway, and I will say goodbye. I will see you next meeting. Love you all. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You can leave my class now.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Bye. Have a nice day too.